Hello, welcome to All About Stocks. My name is Alan, and today is June 13th, and a lot of people are already calling today Black Monday. I don't know if I'd go that far, but after Friday's CPI report, I think everyone should already be expecting today to have been a very big down day. Now, with crypto crashing, Nasdaq being the biggest down day or biggest drop of the day, I think that everyone was a little bit surprised. However, I think we do have a bigger drop or a lot further to go. Now, outside of this being a political year or I don't know how else to say that, a voting year, a political year. So here's some things that you might be on the lookout for, but also just overall some concerns you might look at. Now, I don't pre-write or script my videos, so please excuse me. However, let's take off now. Excuse me, my back is hurt, and I am having surgery here in a few days, so I know I'm going to be moving around, so please excuse me about that. Now, we did drop very significantly today, and I believe that was from the CPI report on Friday, showing that inflation did jump. I might say it was significantly higher, but it did show that inflation is going up. Now, I do believe inflation will go up, probably a little higher, and I think it will be probably in a few months, not anytime in the short term. And I did write down a few notes, and it has to do with China. Now, of course, if China and the U.S. go to war, or China invades Taiwan, I think, of course, that's gonna pretty much knock it out of the ballpark. And wow, my shirt's kind of, yeah. Anyways, if China and Taiwan, go at it, then that's going to change the whole game. But Evergrande did do their final bankruptcy. I don't know if they're going to be around anymore or what the scheme of Evergrande is. However, with China, they did their shutdown. I don't know if they plan to do another shutdown or how that's going to work. The things you know versus the things you don't, that's what kills you, right? However, if they plan on it, since they're reopening, I think that's going to make oil go up, probably significantly higher, due to that China is a very large company. I think, or country. China is, I think, currently the largest populated country. I don't think India's quite took them over as far as population goes. So I don't know if everyone in China has a car. I don't quite know all that yet. But I think that with China's population, I think everyone is aware that China has a large population. So I do believe that with China opening back up, that that'll make oil skyrocket. Not only that, it's summertime, and at least I believe it's summertime for China. So if not, it's still summertime over here, flights. So that's going to open up for oil to go up, and then it's going to be going into winter time. So either way, so we're going to be looking at the long term exposure to oil going up, and then natural gas would be going up as well, at least into probably around January, at least as far as I believe. Now, uh, something else you got to think about is right now China's been kind of a leading indicator. Is when China started dropping, or their economy started dropping, it was before kind of the rest of the world. So they dropped, and then the rest of us started dropping, and I mean the EU and then the United States. So they've kind of led the pack as far as their economy. So, and I don't think they did it on the way up. I think it's just the way down. So they're going to keep dropping, then we'll probably keep on dropping, and if they continue and they continue, then we'll probably keep on going down. Now, if they start showing signs of recovery, I would take that as a good sign that we might be coming out of this, and that's only due to the fact that they are the manufacturing hub of the world. Now, with them locking down, that did take about a month of their manufacturing goods out of transport. So, and keep in mind that when Russia was cut off from shipping oil, it took 6 to 8 weeks for them to be cut off. So when the United States said, hey, we're not going to accept any more oil, then it still took the last container ship, I believe it was 6 weeks to get from Russia to the United States carrying the oil. Now, if China gets cut off, then it's still going to take 6 to 8 weeks for their goods to still receive or move from China to the United States. Now, they were locked down for, what was it, 5 weeks? So their last container ship should just be arriving somewhere within this week or within the next 2 to 3 weeks. So Target and Walmart came out. They said, hey, we have way too much goods on our shelves. We're oversupplied. We're going to come back. We're going to put all this stuff on sale. And that's what led to their huge drop. Now, since China's transports, or the transportation of the goods, might be held off for another 6 to 8 weeks, then there might be a backlash or a another what would you call it, a shortage, or I guess that'd be the best word, is a shortage for your everyday necessities. And the only thing we'll be getting in is from United States. Maybe you got India, South Korea. I'll be honest, I don't know where your everyday stuff comes from outside of China, United States. As far as I'm from the United States, so I don't know where everything is manufactured outside of. I know China's the manufacturing hub of the world. So, and that's sad, because back in the day, United States was known for making the best goods, and we manufactured everything for ourselves. So not only is that bad for our economy, it's bad for us, and it's kind of sad and depressing that we can no longer say that we make everything the best for ourselves. We send off all our jobs, we send off everything to other countries. Now, um, and something else is China does, and see, I made notes. So when I'm looking down, it's at my notes. Now, something else is China's, since their housing market is beginning to slow, or it might even be crashing at this point. Now, they do own a lot of housing, real estate, property over here, and that's why, some of the produce we uh, produce, make, however you'd say that word, we send, or whatever the terms would be, we send over to China. So if we make X amount of corn, wheat, soybeans, those are what I know off the top of my head. We send it over to China. They bought the fields for the crops, or they might have bought the crops. I'm not sure how that works out. And then we send it over to China. Now, the problem with this is, one, like the upcoming shortage of agriculture, we'll need it for ourselves, but China's already bought it. And the other part is, if they're having a real estate or collapse, then it comes in and it affects our real estate. So those are two big problems that come into play when another country comes in and buys into your real estate or your property. Now, looking at my notes here, I said we have no imports coming in for at least a month, and that affects our freight. We went over this. We went over the Walmart, Target, and now I said the gas goes up for China. Now, something else is the fall and winter is where we get into and a lot of analysts, a lot of reporters have came in and said that there's going to be this agricultural shortage. They're already seeing it with wheat, and that's because of Ukraine and Russia. Now, if you take in China, let's say China just decides, hey, we're not going to sell anything agricultural. We're not going to sell any rice. We're not going to sell any wheat. We're not going to sell anything to anyone. Well, that would be a game changer. Well, come, let's say, fall, winter, they've already stored everything. And this is a known fact. I don't know who knows it. I just know there's been reporting on it. I don't know how you find out how someone says, hey, we got, stuff stored up. Sounds like, United States would keep that secretive. However, we somehow know that the Chinese have stored up years of supply or a few years supply of commodities. Now, if they decide, hey, we're not going to sell any country these commodities, and Russia is selling China oil, then it seems like, my personal opinion, around fall, winter, when everyone is now having problems getting commodities, you're having that starvation area possibly, then that would be the time that you'd see China attack Taiwan. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying if it was going to happen, that would be around the time. Maybe not this year, maybe next year, because if we're having the problems this year, next year it would even be worse. Now, that's just my food for thought, or a penny for my thought. Now, and the question goes, are we going, is this really a recession, or are we going into a depression? Now, I do think that we're going to beat the 2020 low. Now, the stock market, how do I put this? The everyone was saying, and I already said this. Everyone was saying that this is, Black Monday. How horrible this was. But you had an analyst on CNN, and he said that the real bad crash is when no one's going to be expecting it. However, you should have been expecting today, due to the fact of the CPI report on Friday. Now, tomorrow, you should be expecting another down day, because we're going to be having the Fed rate hike coming up. Now, how bad the Fed actually hikes their rate? Well, I'm assuming it's going to be the 0.75, maybe even 100 basis points, due to the fact that the inflation continues to go up. Now, excuse me, I'm getting a dry mouth. Sponsor day, Dr. Pepper. Now, so if it is a 0.75, not even last week everyone was expecting the 0.50 basis point hike. So that was on Thursday. They were expecting that. Friday, everyone flips out. Everything's changing. So they have not even a full week to, change their mind, fix everything. So this is going to be a down week. How bad of a down week? Well, we don't know. Now, how fast or how high of a rate hike is the Fed going to go? Well, we don't know. Are they going to Paul Volcker us? We don't know. But if they don't do it this time and inflation continues to go up, I guarantee you they're going to do it next time. And if they don't do it next time and inflation continues to go up, well, they got to do it at some point. And the market's going to keep on going down until eventually they Paul Volcker us, whatever his name is. So it's just a matter of time. Now, the problem is can they get inflation under control before China does invade Taiwan, if China invades Taiwan? But it's kind of leaning towards China's wanting to invade Taiwan while Biden's in office, because, yeah, let's go Brandon. I mean, he's just not there. And the real problem is Kamala Harris takes over if, Biden's fully incompetent, and she just doesn't seem to have any political influence. And without political influence, she just doesn't have the knowledge to do anything. So you look at the economy. Now people are distrusting of the economy or distrusting of the stock market. Well, they're also distrusting of the government. It's a scary situation. Now, what's his name? Andre? He did some interesting research, or maybe he already knew this, but on it, we technically are not in a recession. The fact that we're under, was it 25% down or 20% down, does not actually make us in a recession. The fact that when we have is 3 negative reports in a row, that's what actually puts us in a recession. And on July 28th, we get our third report. And I think it's either the consumer report or it's a different report. I'm not sure, but it comes out on July 28th. And I did not get the name of the report. But once it comes out, that's what actually determines the fact that if the consumer sentiment report, I think is the name of it. And if it comes out negative, that's what determines the fact that we're in a recession. And I might be mistaken. If I am, please let me know in the comments below. I would fully love to know the actual name of the report, or if I'm wrong on the date, please let me know. I actually need to, because my options are expiring, fixed on July 28th. So that's all I have for you today. Actually, one thing I want to add. So look at the fact that the political landscape, you have things like gun violence, you have abortion rights, you have these things that are very political, very critical, and they're made to be ways to be harsh, I guess is the way. You know, those things that if you want to make friends, you don't talk about these. You don't talk about government. You don't talk about abortion. You don't talk about guns or gun violence. And these are all being thrown at the news, or being thrown right at you. These are made to be, or to break you down right now. So just, if you're feeling beat up, broke down, step away from the news for a few days, or try not to watch it, because seriously, right now, all these things are coming at you, beating you down. It's not only the stock market, it's also the gun violence, the abortions, it's all this stuff the news is throwing at you. January 6th, it's all this stuff. Things are being there just to beat you down. I promise you, take a step back, take a deep breath, and get away from the news for a few days. You'll feel a lot better. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe. It helps me out. I know I'm still a new YouTuber, and the fact that I don't know all this stuff, but I'm trying. Thank you. Have a great day.